When Eliab is brought before Samuel, he's the firstborn. He's handsome, he's tall, it's all the stuff they say. He's like the one that Samuel even thinks, oh yeah, this looks like the next king. But God says he's not. And then they bring in the rest of the brothers, and we quickly move on to this cool story in which David is chosen as the next king of Israel. What we never talk about is Eliab standing over in the corner going, hey, what happened here? We don't ever talk about that part. He's probably still in the room as his little brother, the sheep guy, is being anointed as the next king. I want to hear his story. So we don't get to hear it until here. In this chapter, we see that there's been something boiling over, and it boils over in verse 28. When Eliab, David's oldest brother, heard him speaking with the men, he burned with anger at him and asked, why have you come down here? And with whom did you leave those few sheep in the wilderness? I know how conceited you are and how wicked your heart is. You came down only to watch the battle. When you burn with anger, though that's not quick. Burning with anger is something that's already been stoked. It just finally lit up. So he's burned with anger, throws the mean sheep burn, and then he's saying he's conceited and wicked and all these attacks on character. Now, if you're in David's shoes, all you're saying is, why is this? We already know we have victory over this. And then his older brother comes at him. Now, here's the point. How much time does David spend dealing with this? 0. Doesn't affect him at all. If you've been sleeping, I want you to wake up for this point. He doesn't get distracted by the little Goliath that just showed up. He stays focused on the big Goliath he's actually fighting. In our life, psychologically, this is how we win. There's going to be a little Goliath that's coming up constantly. There's always little Goliaths. A family member, a friend, a church person, they do something and all of a sudden you were worried about this and now you're like, what's going on here? And your whole attention shifts to that. I see it in the church a lot. In the church, the devil, the Satan, that's the real Goliath out there. There's a spiritual realm we're fighting and we're the hands and feet of Jesus. And so quickly we can be distracted by some drama or something in the church and all of our attention's about what's happening in here rather than the real Goliath that's out there. It happens in our own lives constantly. In our own lives, we let some little Goliath start to take over when there's a big Goliath that we should be keeping our eyes on.